they could sing? That's the question you'll ask yourself after hearing these actors' vocal performances. Every now and again, an actor will put their vocal abilities to the test and prove that they can do more than just acting. Some are natural singers who are confident in their abilities, while others train for months to acquire the right voice for a role. So let's hear which actors can carry a tune.
Alright, we should put on some music or something.
Emma Stone killed it in her role as Cruella, and in one scene she could be heard singing along to Nancy Sinatra's These Boots Were Made for Walking. But she's had even more prominent singing roles in the past. She sang in 2010's Easy A and won Best Actress for her role in La La Land, in which she sang all her own songs.
No turkey for Perky.
The Stranger Things star will surprise you with his singing abilities. You can hear him sing in Stranger Things Season 3, giving his cover of Never Ending Story. When he's not playing Dustin, he's singing in a band called Work in Progress. He has also sung with some serious superstars, including Paramore and Kelly Clarkson.
We are family.
You may not picture Loki as the singing type, but Tom Hiddleston has actually played country legend Hank Williams in the movie I Saw the Light. Those are large shoes to fill, so Hiddleston took lessons from Grammy winner Rodney Crowell to prepare for the role. Hiddleston also sang as Captain Hook in the animated film The Pirate Fairy. Maybe we'll see him carry a tune in the upcoming Loki series.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life.
The Mother of Dragons has a surprisingly good singing voice. In the movie Last Christmas, she sang the titular song. She can also be heard singing in Italian in a Dolce & Gabbana commercial. She may not sing often, but when she does, she proves her talents go beyond just acting.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Robert Downey Jr. has been proving his immense talents throughout his long career. What you may not know, however, is that includes musical abilities. He can be spotted in the drama show Ally McBeal, singing a cover of Every Breath You Take, alongside rock legend Sting. Not long after this appearance, Downey released his debut album The Futurist in 2004. That's impressive, but let's hear how he handles the Happy Birthday song.
Happy birthday to you.
Jennifer Lawrence hates singing. She has stated this multiple times throughout her career. I've never once put it out there that I think I can sing or that I even enjoy singing. This hasn't stopped directors from forcing her to do it, however. She sang a duet in the movie Joy, and an original song, The Hanging Tree, in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, which hit number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100. She might not like doing it, but we love hearing it.
Do you believe in love after love?
Let It Go and Into the Unknown may be the more popular songs from the Frozen franchise, but don't sleep on Anna's tunes. Kristen Bell sang all her own songs, and she sounds absolutely amazing. Belle was actually classically trained in musical theater when she was younger, which definitely helped her keep up with the super talented Idina Menzel. Perhaps that's why she represented the history of Disney songs alongside Jimmy Fallon.
I would sing into the mirror, just you white, Henry Higgins, just you white.
Reese Witherspoon played June Carter Cash in Walk the Line, and actually sang all of her own songs. She took 4 months of vocal lessons and rehearsals to get ready for the demanding role. It paid off though, as she won an Academy Award for her performance. She can also be heard in the 2016 movie Sing. Even with this experience, she stated she is scared of singing. Me singing in front of people while they're listening to me is just horrifying.
When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the cradle.
Chris Pine may be known for his roles in Wonder Woman and Star Trek, but the actor has also proved that he has quite the singing voice. He played Cinderella's prince in Into the Woods, showing off his Disney musical chops. He also sang in Small Town Saturday Night, where his country singing skills were on display.
Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side.
The Harry Potter star played Belle in the 2017 live-action version of Beauty and the Beast, which meant there were a lot of expectations going in. She was singing up to 4 times a week in preparation for the role, and we would say the hard work paid off. She provided the vocals for all of Belle's songs, and did a great job covering the iconic tunes.
Just a little change
Zendaya lent her voice for The Greatest Showman in 2017, but unlike some other actors on this list, she was already prepared going into the role. She released an album in 2013 entitled Zendaya, with one of the songs on her album Replay reaching number 40 on the Billboard Hot 100. We can't wait to hear what she does next. Zendaya's Greatest Showman co-star also lent his voice to the film, and like Zendaya, he was more prepared than most. EFRON had previously provided vocals for High School Musical 2 and 3 as Troy Bolton, and for Hairspray as Link Larkin. We have to wonder why his voice was denied for the first High School Musical.
Happy birthday to one hell of a sexy.
A young Anne Hathaway can be heard first singing in the 2004 movie Ella Enchanted. It wouldn't be until 8 years later that Hathaway starred in Les Mis, singing her own songs and winning an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Since then, she has performed with Barbra Streisand, singing on her 2016 album Encore. Hugh Jackman doesn't need any help when it comes to carrying a tune. He has sung his own songs in both Les Mis and The Greatest Showman, and performed a musical number for the opening of the Oscars. On top of all of this, Jackman has actually won a Tony Award for his role in the Broadway musical The Boy from Oz. And just in case that wasn't enough, he also won a special Tony Award in 2012.
So I'm roughly the size of a barge.
We all remember the Cup song from the 2012 movie Pitch Perfect, but that's just the tip of the iceberg for Kendrick's singing. She sang in all 3 Pitch Perfect movies, provided her vocals for the 2016 movie Trolls, and also sang in the movie The Last 5 Years. You don't star in 3 singing-heavy movies without some serious vocal chops.
You gotta move slowly, taking in my body like it's holy.
Amy Adams has always flown under the radar as a vocal talent, even with her impressive track record. She sang in the 2007 Disney musical Enchanted, as well as another Disney musical movie, 2011's The Muppets. She was also in the Public Theater's production of Into the Woods. She has proven herself as a talented singer, and we can't wait to hear what she'll sing next.
And I learned how to get along.
Speaking of Into the Woods, Emily Blunt starred and sang in the 2014 movie. She took singing lessons before auditioning for the role, and then continued to take more vocal lessons after getting the part. She said she was embarrassed by some of the vocal exercises she had to do, as she was not used to such techniques. She returned to singing as the titular Mary Poppins in Mary Poppins Returns, providing some lovely tunes for the iconic character.
Stars shining bright above you.
Steinfeld starred alongside Anna Kendrick in Pitch Perfect 2 and 3, contributing her vocals to the movie's soundtracks. She can also be heard on the 2018 Bumblebee soundtrack, singing the song Back to Life. Her talents were good enough for her to go on tour with A-list musicians, such as Katy Perry and Charlie Puth.
When I need motivation.
Marvel actors have been a constant throughout this video, and Scarlett Johansson adds some serious power to that list. She was the musically gifted character Ash in the 2016 musical Sing, and she nailed her songs. Johansson has actually released multiple albums, worked with David Bowie, and even performed at Coachella one year.
You keep saying you got something for
That's right.
Cosgrove played Carly Shay for 5 seasons on iCarly, and sang the theme song for the show, Leave It All to Me. What you may not know is that Cosgrove also released an album, Sparks Fly, in 2010. She has also released multiple singles and EPs, with the irresistibly catchy tune About You Now hitting number 47 on the Billboard Hot 100. With the iCarly revival right around the corner, we wonder if she'll provide her voice for some more catchy tunes.
I'll never meet the ground.
You might never guess it, but Pattinson is actually a very talented musician and singer. He mostly keeps his music to himself, but there are a couple times his music has been heard. He sang the song Willow for his movie High Life, and had 2 songs on the original Twilight soundtrack. He said in the past that he is too scared to release his music, but if this is anything to go by, he has nothing to worry about.
It's all on you, dog.
Zachary Levi can be heard on the Tangled soundtrack, providing the voice for his character Flynn Rider. He performed 2 songs for the movie, I've Got a Dream and I See the Light. He put his talent to good use, singing one of his Tangled songs to a children's hospital patient. We can't think of a better use of music.
And it's warm and real and bright.
Much like her Twilight co-star Pattinson, Stewart is also shy when it comes to singing. That being said, she has actually sung before in 2 movies. She is credited for multiple songs in Into the Wild, and even played rock legend Joan Jett in The Runaways. You don't land that kind of role without the vocal ability to back it up. Although, her Shakira impression can use some work. Another actor who is coy about their singing, KEIRA Knightley, can be heard with some surprisingly good vocals. She sang in the 2014 movie Begin Again, where she played a singer-songwriter. She took singing lessons in preparation for the movie, and it sounds like it was a good investment. She has said she never wants to sing in public, but she did show off a rather odd musical talent on Jimmy Fallon. Bradley Cooper was not messing around in the 2018 movie A Star is Born. He played a seasoned musician and had to sing multiple songs. He spent about 1.5 years taking vocal lessons, and also hired a dialect coach to get the timbre of his voice just right. It wasn't an easy process, as Cooper was scared of singing going into the role. Singing live was terrifying, and I really relied on her. It was definitely worth it. It's impressive to hear these already extremely talented actors putting themselves out there to attempt success in another incredibly difficult field. Singing for millions of people to hear can be a very scary task, so we applaud the actors who went for it. Who do you think had the best singing voice?